do. Sahiti also did not do. You also did not do. Funny. Why? Swati, right? అంటే ఎందుకు చేయొద్దు అనుకున్నావా, చేయలేకపోయావా, ఏం జరిగిద్దిలే అనుకున్నావా? Can't do. Okay, fine. We'll try to address that can't do. Don't worry. Acha. We till now in the essay classes we have completed 3 classes, right? We have completed 3 classes, and in these 3 classes we spoke only about introduction to essay. Could you complete the other classes, Akhila? You could, right? Okay. So we spoke about three dimensions of an introduction. The first being the hook, second the background, third the thesis statement. Okay? Now I wanted to start today's class by showing you a sample essay written by some student, which I do not know, but I felt he or she, I do not know, that he or she did exactly what we tried to learn in the last 3 classes. So do you want me to show that slide? So beautifully he or she writes. Just see, then we'll come back to our essay. We'll talk about his or her, I do not know. Read this. If you can you read this? Anybody? Or do you want me to read it for you? The essay is about child labor, a necessary evil or just a plain evil. Child labor, a necessary evil or a plain evil. Do you understand the difference between necessary evil and plain evil? Necessary evil connotes compulsions to send a child to work and not to school. A plain evil denotes as a matter of practice, as a matter of denying the right to a child to study. Okay? So this fellow starts with a poem, and so beautifully written poem. He says, I am assuming it is he. You can always contest, sir, it is not he, it is she. Okay. She wrote, working with tools and teacups, the little hands move every day for need and for survival. They are ready to walk every way. Some have an ailing sister, while some have a mother. To get home a penny, they get beaten by the other. Do these kids know they are losing their childhood? So this is what? This is what? Arey, start talking. This is what? This is a hook, and in the hook indirectly he is bringing irony. He is bringing irony, means desperateness, right? Irony. And this is your thesis statement. He has given the thesis statement before background. Can be done, no problem, nothing stops. Okay? He says, do these kids know they are losing their childhood? It means, just see, so beautifully he used a question as a, understand? He so beautifully used a question as a thesis statement. And it says, according to the reports of United Nations, there are around 30 million child laborers in India in 5 to 18 years age group. This striking figure represents. It means he is giving background with a, using a fact for background. Take care. See, understand, that's what essay writing is an art. You have to master that art with practice. Now tell me, is this the first essay of the student who has written it? Can it be? No. It means he knows where to put what. It means he has been trained by somebody to write an essay in a particular way. Believe me, essay paper has the capacity to wash all your sins in UPSC. One more slide I want to show you. It is Apurva Pandey, A is missing. Apurva Pandey, 2017 student, results came in 18. All India 39th rank, if I remember correctly, 38 or 39th, I think 39th. Essay lo enni మార్కులు వచ్చాయి? Because of her essay marks, believe me, she jumped minimum 200 ranks. And because of ethics paper, she lost the first rank. 92 వచ్చింది. That year people got 158, 159 was the highest. Had she was been 140, 150 range lo, clear cut first position, clear cut. Understand, one mistake, one gain. Now you understand the importance of these papers. మిగతావన్నీ యావరేజ్ మార్కులు, పెద్ద గొప్పగా ఏం రాలేదు. But this paper also gave her the flip. She was the topper in two papers. GS paper 3, essay. GS paper 3 లో 145 రావు. Believe me, రావు. There have been instances people with 60 marks in GS paper 3 have topped UPSC. GS paper 3 is one of the most difficult papers to write. And if she has got 145 in GS paper 3, one thing is clear, she knows how to write. That's the reason why. And here the ethics paper, sheer hard luck. Sheer hard luck, believe me. It generally does not happen. Somebody is good in this part and not good in this part. Generally does not happen. And this much of variation may be a bad day for her. Maybe a bad day for her. Maybe some questions, either she would not have written the demand of the question, or for some reason she would have slipped to write some questions ka answers. That is the only reason. And in 2017 ka paper, in the mains paper, the case studies, if you go back and see, they were very tricky to write. They were very tricky to write. And she did not at all get any great marks in the optional. At all she did not get. She did not get any great mark in interview. Interview top that year was 204 or 203, 2017. It means people got 300 plus in interview, in optional, both combined. It means 150, 160 marks or 165 means 265 means 35 to 40 marks here gone, 35 to 40 marks here gone. But where she got saved? She got saved in these two papers. Understand the importance of essay, ethics and optional in UPSC. EEP, essay, ethics and optional. Optional paper, essay paper, ethics paper, combined 1000 marks. Only 3 dimensions are carrying 1000 marks. Just see here the variation is not that great. Variation, I told you, GS paper 1, 2, 3, average 85, maximum 115 to 118. That would be the average, nothing more than that. But see the variation. See the this is a you know, once in a blue moon it happens. GS paper 3 में 145 नहीं आता है. Paper 1 में chance है, paper 2 में chance है, but paper 3 में chance नहीं है. Believe me, GS paper 3 is the decider. IAS मिलेगा या IPS मिलेगा. For many students. Why? Because all the tricky subjects are there in that paper. Internal security is there, economy is there, science and tech is there, environment ecology is there, some parts of agriculture are there, you know, tricky to prepare in some dimension. Express also. So it is a very difficult paper to approach boldly. Okay? Chalo. With this, what was the homework given to you? What was the homework given to you? The top of one mountain is the bottom of next. Okay. So basically I asked all of you to write up till what? Up till the thesis statement. It means the hook, the background and the thesis statement. Achha, anybody wrote a poem or a story in the hook? 1, 2, poem. You wrote a poem. Poem of whom? Rabindranath Tagore's poem. You verbatim reproduced it the way it is? You memorized it. Achha, it is which story? A poem, sorry. Let me not pray to be sheltered from dangers. It means you are ready to face the odds in life, basically. So she took a poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. In that poem, he basically talks about the importance of courage in one's life, right? So she felt to the topic was the top of one mountain can be the bottom of next or the bottom of other mountain. What is the genesis of this essay? What is the core main idea of this essay? Thesis statement क्या है? Thesis statement क्या है? There is no, life is all about journey and not about destination. Yes or no? When I make a statement, please repeat the essay for me. The top of one mountain, this is mountain, please bear with me. Okay, the top of one mountain is the bottom of next. Now acha, what all you gather as a thesis statement from this essay? Uma, what could be the thesis statement to this essay? Thesis statement, you know, main idea, crisp, as short as possible, without any need to explain or elaborate on what it is. Sandhya, remember, what could be the thesis statement? You have written with lot of courage, you are trying to take it out. Try to. Seshu. Thesis statement. Come again. Okay. He is talking about the perception of end will differ. The perception of end differs when you realize it's actually a beginning. Manisha. She says every end is a new beginning. अच्छा, थोड़ा आर्ग्यूमेंट करें, एज आई एम फेमस फॉर, थोड़ा आर्ग्यूमेंट करें तन्मय. हाँ, टेल मी, is it always true? I can see some horizontal shaking of head. Huh? Is it always true? Somebody said no. When is it not true? It could be beginning. Who knows? Who knows? 4 दिन की चांदनी है, फिर घोर अंधेरी रात. It is the soul, no? You are talking about the soul, right? What happened to the soul? You don't know. It has gone where? Paradise? Not necessarily. If you have not done good things, it may not go to paradise. It may surely go to paradise biryani. Take it? Uma. When this may not be true, every end is a new beginning. Yogeshwar. When the challenges are, example, but the magnitude may differ. The magnitude may differ. See, your ability to fight a person, physical fist fight a person, when you are in teenage and what you are now is much more better. When you have grown 6 feet 2 inches tall, the other person will also think twice before getting into an altercation with you. it means the situations have changed. Huh? Huh? You are shaking the most. Huh? Bol. He is talking about a time when people give up in the middle. Acha, you tell me, when people give up in the middle, does it mean the end? The realization may come again, जैसे तेरा हुआ था, यूपीएससी पे गिव अप कर दिया, कहीं और गया, थोड़ा लड़कीबाजी हुई, फिर आया वापस, है कि नहीं? हाँ, realization can happen any time, शेषु, ठीक है? हाँ, स्वाति, ma'am, your name, your good name? Amruta, yeah, Amruta, tell me, when do you feel every end is a new beginning? When it may not be true, it may be a definite end. Akhila, when in life, give me an example of a situation one can confidently say it is a definite end. Jeevan, death is not a definite end, believe me. That's the worst mistake we feel. Satyapriya. Bhavana. When you give up, stop chasing. When you understand, blindly chasing is meaningful. Could be one. Yes. See, what do you mean by chasing? Saiti, going behind. What signifies chasing? The desire to possess. अरे तुमको साला बात करना सीखना पड़ेगा, ऐसा मुंह में दही जमा के नहीं बैठना है, ठीक है? मुंह खोलेंगे तो दही फट जाएगा. See, ऐसा नहीं तुम लोगों के साथ ना, अबे खुल जा सिम सिम. नेट इज वर्किंग. क्या नाम था लड़की का? अपूर्वा पांडे. व्हाट केम? क्यों आया? व्हाई इट केम? बिकॉज सिंपल. अच्छा, 39th रैंक. आई वॉज राइट. I just wanted to see, did she upload anything? Introduction, conclusion, सब English है. Can you read? Can you try to read? Mahatma Gandhi very famously said that when in indecision, think about the poorest man you have ever come across and imagine how your decision will impact his life. You will sure find your answer. Truly, to find what the heart really wants and what our consciousness really desires, one must look around and do a good deed. And if the good deed feels liberating, as it does to most, you sure are on the path to self-discovery. రాసిందిగా ఊరికే రాలేదు మార్కులు. I wanted to show you that UPSC లో fluke పనిచేయదు. It means you have to learn the art of writing in third person. I keep telling you, learn the art of writing in third person. How your decision will impact his life. You will sure find your answer. Truly, to find what the heart really wants and what our conscience really desires, one must look around and do a good deed. Why? Because this essay was related to self-discovery. So now she is suggesting in her introduction about self-discovery. And she says, it is surprising that men divided by caste, religion, language, etc. all find it in their culture that one institution that tells them to serve other in whatever way they can. It means one institution. Now she is trying to bring in the importance of family, importance of religion from the spiritual context. She says that no religion tells you not to serve. All the religions teach you the basic tenets of humanity, but it is only the interpretation that changes. So she is writing philosophically. Is she supporting any fact? Is she using anything? It means even despite not following the structure, if your thought is clear, you can get very good marks. Did she use any quote in this essay at least? She didn't. Did she use a hook? She didn't. Did she use a thesis statement anywhere? She didn't. Maybe she did not do even in the main essay also. Though 2017-18 ka paper, first part was general essay, the second part was philosophical essay. Because this is related to self-discovery, we are assuming that this essay is about philosophical essay, the part 2 part of the essay. Okay. So understand the importance of writing in third person and trying to express what you want to express. Are yes or no? With me or not? Learn the art. Learn the art. I am telling you, it is very easy. Believe me. Acha, we will go back to this our famous slide. Yeah. Anybody having any doubts in this? Those students who came for the first time, I am not asking them. The old comers, last 3 sessions who attended. People have any doubt here, they may please ask. In the first essay introduction that I showed, it had a hook, it had a thesis statement. It also had a background to it. Okay? Now we are jumping into the main body of the essay. Shall we take the same essay that we started with? The essay of struggle and purpose. The essay of struggle and purpose. What was the essay? The essay topic read? He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Okay? Now, if you remember, in this we said that this live can also be a willingness, ability also to die for. Okay? Now, firstly, going back to the structure, we said the introduction part will take 1.5 or 2 pages, front and back. So we are left with how many pages? 9 pages to write. 11 pages you will get to write your essay. 11.5 pages you will get to write. Right? Now you are left with 9 pages. I am assuming you give 1 page to conclusion. I am assuming you will give 1 page to conclusion. It means you are left with how many pages? 8 pages. Now this is the battlefield. You have to know what you need to write in this 8 pages. Yes or no? With me? Now, if this is the page where you are supposed to write, assuming this is how the page is designed, they will write UPSC and all here, and they will write not to be written everything here, not to write anything here. It means we have only this page to write. Okay. Now, because we have 8 pages, as a matter of practice, I generally suggest in a page not more than 2 paragraphs. Generally, it should follow a sequence. The structuring in the essay is also very important. If I say in a page not more than 2 paragraphs, it means I can divide the page into 2 halves. I can divide the page into 2 halves. Now, it means in some ways 16 कुछ मैंने लिखना है. 8 into 2 is 16, right? Now try to understand, there is something known as coherence. There is something known as coherence. C-O-H-E-R-E-N-C-E. What is the meaning of coherence, Yogeshwar? हाँ, कोहेरेंस का मतलब क्या है? कोहेरेंस, मणिकंठेश्वर, गूगल इट फॉर द क्लास. Conformity, this is the word. The word is, now Sahana is asking what is conformity. Sir, you are asking, right? मुझे सुनाई दिया. No, you didn't ask. हाँ, what is coherence? Definition of coherence. Can I put it in one word? Complete. English. हाँ, अनुराधा, क्या हो गया? कोहेरेंस का मतलब क्या है? Completeness, logically complete. When you write this paragraph by itself should be complete, giving a complete message, and it should be in sync with the next paragraph. Understand this. This has to convey a complete message, and it should only lead you to the next paragraph. It means after reading this paragraph, the invigilator should immediately tell, yeah, it's related to this, or this is related to this, or this is related to this. It means not only coherence with itself, but also coherence with the following paragraph, and both the paragraphs should follow the tone or the message of your thesis statement. Now, is essay we had taken out two words, struggle, purpose. We had taken out two words, struggle and purpose. Now, see, philosophical essay कुछ भी लिख सकते हो. The only thing is you should know how to write. Simple logic. Now, I will question the why itself in the first place. I have started questioning the why itself in the first place. I hope you understood my question. You said, he who has a why. Now, Buddha said, desire is the cause of all worries or the pain or whatever. Now, is this why depicting a desire? Yes, obviously, yes. Now tell me, a life without a why, is it meaningless? आई बात समझ में? You can play in the beauty of philosophical essays. तुमको कुछ आने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, मन में जो आया, but coherent with the topic of the essay. Because philosophy का three words, knowledge, reality, existence. We are trying to find answers to these questions which nobody could, right, in a philosophy. And if he is asking you to write a philosophical essay, if you can touch upon why in the first place, if you can raise this idea, the how is coming because there is a, if there was no why, will how come? If there is how, is why guaranteed? No. Yes or no? इसका मतलब पूरा जिंदगी का खेल, because all of you wanted to become IAS officers, that's why you are sitting here. This is your why. My why is how to make all these idiots IAS officers. It is my why. Yes or no? So now understand, if you look at from your prism or your mirror, your why looks different and my why looks different. Now tell me, is there any how that any one of you are going differently? Yes. Some may have financial problem, some may have health problem, some may have boyfriend girlfriend problem, bigger problems than health problem and finance problem. Yes or no? Because you are in age that you cannot handle it. We end up spoiling it. You end up sulking about it. The why becomes delayed. Why becomes delayed. Now, when I want to write this first paragraph, what I should be writing in the first paragraph itself to give that best impression. Achha, you tell me, is there a role of society in defining the why? Is there a role of culture in defining the why? Can a why be disconnected from the society to an individual? सोच के जवाब देना. Can a why be disconnected to the society and only individualistic why? अरे क्वेश्चन समझ में आ रहा है ना सर? आप ही नहीं समझ में आ रहे हो, क्वेश्चन तो दूर की बात. My question is simple. Is my why linked to the society or is it completely decoupled? Is it coupled or coupled, decoupled ante a couple kaadu. Right. I know the age bracket that you are in, but try to understand the language also. The word couple came from that only, don't worry. Coupled and decoupled. Economy में generally this word comes, decoupled. Economy word है decoupled. It is not a philosophy word, but though we use it. Acha. Now, my question is the why of an individual coupled with the why of the society or decoupled with the why of the society? Satya. Coupled. How? You want to become an IAS officer. How is this coupled with the desire of the society? हाँ? क्या बोला? तूने बोला आंसर ये सत्यप्रिया? Good. Because see, listen. This society wants good people to become officers or bad people to become officers? Yes or no? This society is also selfish. If you do something bad in the society, will the society accept it or punish you? It will punish you because this society is very clear, I am selfish. I want to make a rule world in this particular bracket, anybody out of it, his place is in the Chanchalguda jail. He cannot be in this, that's why they said no, threat to society. His roaming around freely in the society could be a threat to society. What is this threat? What is this society? Because your why did not match with the why of the, it means largely your why is always coupled with the why of the society. Largely. Say any scientific discovery, Thomas Alva Edison, bulb right, did he not want the world to use the bulb? और ये बोला मेरे घर में अकेला ही बल्ब रहेगा बाकी साले तुम अंधेरे में रहो? No, it means any scientific invention, the penultimate aim is society. The penultimate aim is what? Social cause. The penultimate aim is always social cause. Now understand, if in a scenario, what will happen if your why is decoupled with the societal why? That is when what will happen? That is when friction will happen. Yes or no? What will this friction lead to? Social? तुम साला सोशियोलॉजी का टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज करेगा ना, सर फोड़ दूंगा एस्से में. हाँ? तुम्हारा सर फोड़ दूंगा, मैं बता रहा हूं. The beauty of any student is not to disclose the GS evaluator that you are which optional student. Unluckily, if he had studied that optional, you have dug your own grave, because we are bad at the best there also. Yes or no? So you should never disclose what your optional is to the examiner. Okay? With me? With me? Surely? Hands on heart with me? Okay, good. Now, listen, no talk. In this paragraph, I am speaking about why. Yes or no? In this paragraph, I am speaking about why, what why means to me, whether my Y is in sync with the societal Y or not. Now, what should be or could be my immediate next paragraph? Let me see how well you can think. Think. Take 10 seconds. How coupled इधर आ गया? How coupled or decoupled? I have explained it here. What could be my next immediate paragraph? Karthik. చెప్పు. ఒరే నన్ను రోజు చూస్తావురా అట్లా చూడకు. Tell me. I forgot your first name. Sanjana. Sanjana. I know it is rude to tell that I forgot your name. I know you're feeling angry about it, but try to tell the answer. Uma. Elevated paragraph I want. See, यहाँ पे you proved him that you are above others. When you question that why in the sense you try to go deeper into that why, right? Now, individualistic? No. What should be the next paragraph? Like? इस पे नजर रखना. He says sometimes the decoupling is only meant to couple it. Uma, he hit the nail on its head. किसको नहीं समझ में हाथ उठाओ, कोई बात नहीं. Very good. Give me an example. Okay, he is given the example of. He is given the example of Sati. He is given the example of Sati. He says the practice of Sati was coupled with the society. Yes or no? One person felt, no, I want to decouple. And when he or she felt, I want to decouple, what was the penultimate goal? To what couple? Remove that Y from the society. It means even if you are decoupled with the society, if it is for a larger cause, the society over a period of time has no choice but to accept it. We know the journey, no? 1500 to 1860, the journey of India kaadu, journey of slavery, Western countries, Abraham Lincoln. Slavery was coupled with the society. He said no. His own men, white people, eliminated him because he was the one in his thought decoupled, and the price that he paid is the how he was killed. Abraham Lincoln was killed by his own country people for what? For abolishing slavery. Did he try to couple or decouple with the society? He tried to decouple with the society, but for a larger cause. What was the ultimate aim? To couple the slaves with the mainstream society. Yes or no? I was समझ में. So, in a philosophical essay, you have to talk under the carpet more than over the carpet. Under the carpet means जो दिख रहा है उस पे नहीं बात करना है, जो नहीं दिख रहा है उस पे. What is real in front of you, you don't talk on those lines. What you cannot see, what a common man cannot see, you have to go down a little and then talk about a particular issue. Tanmay, any other example? Even today, a heroine gets 1/10 of what a hero gets. Rajinikanth got 110 crores for the movie and the lady got 3 crores. Everything at the end of the day, don't you see there is a injustice? Faltu movie, Shah Rukh Khan got 110 crores again. He does not deserve 110 rupees. Sorry if somebody is fan of Shah Rukh Khan. Understand why this dichotomy? Because this society is coupled with that viewpoint that Mahesh Babu should get 100 crores, Pawan Kalyan should get 100 crores. The heroine gets 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at max 10 crores, not more than that. Does it belittle the hard work of a heroine? No. You see, I don't know how many of you observe in movies where the shootings happen in very cold places. The hero is wearing a jacket, a muffler, a hand gloves and everything. That poor lady is in a chiffon saree. Have you observed this? Why you did not raise a voice? Why dharna did not happen in front of the assembly? Why? Because you have accepted it. Because you have accepted it. Understand, because this society has got coupled with the idea that heroine has to be projected in a particular way. Hero is not the center of the camera. That is the reason why nobody will notice how many clothes this fellow inner pehna hoga, andar ek aur warmer pehna hoga, jacket pehna hai, muffler pehna hai, kaan band hai, gloves hai, denim ka shoes pehna hai, jacket pehni hai, sab pehna hai. But that poor girl is in chiffon saree. And she should not display that she is feeling good, because the camera is focusing on. It means something wrong has, believe me, philosophical essay में फालतू point पे ही बात करना है. You don't have to talk. Why? See, that's what I am saying. You have to step down a little and talk. मतलब जो चीज ఏదైతే కామన్ మ్యాన్ కళ్ళ ముందు నుంచి జారిపోతుందో ఆ ఇష్యూ పట్టుకొని మాట్లాడదాం. That is about philosophical essay. That is about philosophical essay. When you try to connect two paragraphs, I want you to just have a look at these. There is something known as connectors. Please make a note. Something known as connectors in essay writing. What is the role of a connector? I will tell you now. If I use a word ironically as a connector, can you find anywhere ironically? कहाँ आ सकता है ironically? In the contrast. Make a heading of these 5. You don't have to by heart. Just try to understand what variations could be drawn between two paragraphs. Minimum 5 variations can come. First is the emphasizing, second is comparative, third is contrasting, fourth is trying to add value, and lastly illustrating. We will talk about all of them. Don't worry. Hey, చంపేస్తారా నేను రాసుకో ఫోటోలు తీస్తున్నావు. He sat here one day. అప్పటి నుంచి ఓవర్ యాక్టింగ్ చేస్తున్నావు. నెక్ పెయిన్ అని. मुश्किल है रे तेरा. पुलिस में ट्रेनिंग जा रहे तू. So now I'll tell you how we'll use a connector in essay writing. ठीक है? Two things you remember when it comes to a connector. అసలు ఎప్పుడు వినట్లేదు నన్ను. నువ్వు ఏమైనా చెప్పుకో, నాకు సంబంధం లేదు, నేను ఇది రాసుకోవాలి. అందుకే వాడు తెలివిగా ఫోటో తీసుకున్నాడు. తన్మయ్ एग्जाम्पल जब इंट्रा सेम सेक्स मैरिज, इसके दिमाग में वही चल रहा है. ओके या हाँ about that is an example. हाँ చెప్పు. हाँ rich people. Okay. Hello, how can you make that statement? No, you cannot. No extreme statements. याद है? Because Many rich people are coming forward to help the society. The Bill and Melinda Foundation, so many other, Tata Trust, so many trusts, Reliance Trust, Tata Trust, corporate social responsibility, that's there. Hai? I am also maybe bearing all of you, corporate social responsibility. Huh? Tanmay? No? Umashri is saying, which I can hear, I thought essay is easy, sir. I don't know whether you are making it difficult. Huh? I am successfully making it difficult. Good. See, कुछ भी लिख के आ जाना ऐसे नहीं है. Come out of that mindset. ఏదో రాసి వచ్చినాను సార్. The most of the people what they do is they do an extension of GS in essay. But that's not the essay all about. Essay is all about expressions. Essay is all about expressions. Say for example, we were talking about this dimension. Where were we? आगे या पीछे? चलो, leave it. See, I said the first page, first paragraph, I will try to contest the y in the first place, contest y, and I am saying this y is there because there is a desire. Now tell me, is it human to have a desire? Yes. Any desire for that matter. A desire to own a house, a desire to excel academically, a desire to own property, a desire to be known as a good person in this society, a desire to get a good life partner, a desire to help others. Don't you think every emotion comes out of this desire? Yes or no? Whether even the emotion of hate comes out of a desire. Now tell me, in the absence of this desire, what a human will be? Ascetic. But there also there is a desire to connect with somebody. Yogeshwar, there is a desire to find peace, there is a desire to know the unknown, there is a desire to connect with the Almighty, maybe some vibrations, maybe some connections. It means having a desire is the basic form of expression. Can I make this statement? Basic form of expression. See, some people today did not come to the class. For example, we assume that they chose to probably listen to the class online. So their desire to be here physically was less than their desire to listen at leisure. ఇక్కడ కూర్చుంటే నేను ఫోన్ చూడనివ్వను, పిచ్చి పనులు చేయనివ్వను, సో ఇంట్లో ఉంటే ఏమైనా చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇట్ మీన్స్ every thought of you, every movement of you, every action of you is driven by desire. Yes or no? Now, this is what I will write in the first paragraph, and immediately in the second paragraph I will say, ironically, I am using a connector of contrast. I am using a connector of contrast. Ironically, I am saying, ironically, these desires, or I will say most of these desires go unnoticed. Uma, connecting? Ironically, most of these desires go unnoticed as rudimentary part of life. Rudimentary and basic part of life and its existence. one who can connect with each and every y and gifted with the capacity to prioritize wins the race. Yes sir? Are you agree or not? Now, how many of you agree with the first statement? అరే నా బుర్రలో ఏమొస్తుందో అది రాస్తున్నాను. Ironically, most of these desires go unnoticed. Can anybody give me an example of what desire came to your mind and it went unnoticed today? It means you did not further think upon it. It just came to your mind and just within a fraction of a second it flew away. Anyone? Okay, he says maybe eating a biryani, he feels this was a desire he got. Acha, we can control our desires also. Why? When I talk about this why and I am saying it, the why is coming from the desire, and I am then again immediately talking as humans. What differentiates the men and women, animals and humans? It is you are socially bound to control your desire, an animal is not socially bound to control desires. When I write the next paragraph, I start the one feeling that differentiates humans from animals is the classification of desires. Classification of these desires as acceptable and not acceptable. Yes or no? Yes or no? See where I am going. I started with the expression of desire, then I said there are many desires which are going unnoticed. Now tell me, is this not playing a role in many desires going unnoticed? Try to connect it, I am telling you, बहुत गहराई की बात कर रहा हूँ. Yogeshwar, is this not the non-acceptability of a desire that is playing a major role in that thought evading from your mind either instantaneously or within a short span of time? With me or not? Examples. See, I like silence, but itna bhi nahi. Higher level. Uma. Helping transgenders.
There was a situation in my life when I was stopped by my parents to give money to transgenders, when I told them that they are not even given jobs, so how they will have their livelihood. So we had a debate, but because my parents stopped me, I stopped it.
Okay. One example from her, this thing. Anybody? Tanmay. I want a proper this which just came as a flash in front of your eyes, because it is not socially acceptable, it went away instantaneously. There is nothing negative. Philosophy mein everything is zero. Revenge. Madam, we will maintain some physical distance when I do your counseling for my safety. Srinath, please be in my cabin whenever Pallavi comes to talk to me. I said, now Acha, we'll talk on her desire to kill somebody. If you talk at that level, it is infused because of anger, and she accepts it. Maybe that desire is just for a second. Champesta. Does it really mean I want to kill somebody? No. It is just an expression that I am so angry that if the law does not forbid, I would end up killing you. But it is a metaphor. Understand? Metaphor is real meaning kaadu. It is a metaphor that I want to kill you. Maybe this non-acceptability is playing a role in doing that. Have you heard about a word called anthropology? Taboo. Not the taboo I like. A taboo. You know taboo? Taboo is anything which is socially forbidden but generally is there as a desire. Okay? Socially forbidden, right? Now, a taboo is a taboo because it is not acceptable. There are some relations which are known to be pious. The mother and son relation, the father and daughter relation, siblings, brothers and sisters relation. What made them pious and non-acceptable is the social character of the society. But does this, follow in animals also? No, because that is why we say animal instinct. We use the word animal instinct as a metaphor. He displayed animal instinct on the battlefield. It means he did not show mercy on the enemy when he dealt with the enemy, because showing mercy is known to be human in nature. And when somebody displays animal instinct on the battlefield, it is used as a metaphor. Now, what I have done, I have tried to give a broader perspective to the why, where I extended this why from humans to animals also. Humans to animals also, and the dimension of acceptability and non-acceptability. If you agree, we will try to see how many dimensions we can open. I will showcase on the board, try to see if we can add some more to that, because we need to write those 8 pages, 2 boxes, yes or no? Thoda, try to think with me, okay? Be with me and try to think with me. We will come back to all these slides, don't worry. Acha, the identification of why depends on all this. Just have a look. The identification of why depends on, we said, the social character, the surroundings, the intellectual ability. Yes, maybe you can think on a higher plane. I do not have the capacity to think on a higher plane. Then your team or organization that is with you. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be colleagues, it could be your students in a classroom also. The leadership capability, the financial ability. You cannot dream of owning a company worth thousands of crores with 17 rupees in your account. Why I made this example, I hope you know. Recently an incident happened, no? TTD, one fellow dropped a check. One fellow dropped a check of 100 crores. They were so elated, 100 kotlu dorikinayi. When they went to the bank, the balance was 17 rupees. The headlines of the paper came, this fellow has now told the God and did not write the date on the check, mind you. It means he is telling the God, you ensure that this money comes and it is yours. क्या गेम खेला ना, दिमाग से गेम खेला, because इंटेलेक्चुअल और एनालिटिकल एबिलिटी. भगवान भी सोचा होगा एक सेकंड के लिए, दे देता हूं यार, मेरे को ही तो मिलेगा. यस और नो? है ना? सेल्फ कैपेबिलिटीज, यस, एंड एबिलिटी टू हैव अ विजन, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्लीज मेक ए नोट ऑफ दिस. See, the why is largely dependent on your vision. There are many students or many people, there is something known as self-doubting. నేను చేయగలనా, నేను చేయలేనా, will she marry me, will she not. रोज पेटल्स याद है कॉलेज में किया होगा, नहीं किया, फिर क्या ही पढ़ा यार कॉलेज में. You people either hide or tell lies, because we did all of this in the college. You are all technology children, no? हमारे पास नहीं था, हमारे पास एक गुलाब का फूल था, बैठ के तोड़ते रहते थे, ठीक है ऐसा. That's why the emotions flew very beautifully also, right? Nowadays it is all WhatsApp. No, Sahiti? Now we will talk about what defines the boundaries of how. Now till now we have spoken about why, right? Now it is time to think about the boundaries of how. क्या है जो how की boundary? What is how in this case? The ability to undergo pain is how, right? What defines? Do you agree? The desire is the core that will define whether you will undergo a particular level of pain or not. UPSC का प्रिपरेशन 18 months to 24 months का टाइम लगता है. जो ये सोच के आता है कि 3 महीने में IAS ऑफिसर बन जाऊंगी और यहीं से कार आएगी और मैं यहीं से कार में बैठ के जाऊंगी, उसके जो सपने हैं वो चकनाचूर हो जाते हैं. क्यों हो जाते हैं? बिकॉज द डिजायर वॉज स्मॉल. अंडरस्टैंड दिस, ठीक है. सो द डिजायर, हाउ स्ट्रॉन्ग इट इज, can tell you whether you can do a particular or withstand a particular stimulus given to you or not, right? Now what defines the desire? Person to person alag hai Tanmay, person to person desire is different. What is that core thing is defining the desire? Why everybody is not getting a dream to become an IAS officer, or why everybody is not? Yes, this struggle is a dimension, because some know it is very difficult, some only know when they come here, when they meet me for the first time, that is when they realize कि यार इतना बड़ा हैवान होगा हमने सोचा नहीं था. Yes or no? So understand why this desire suddenly became so difficult to you. And if your desire is weak, will you sustain a how? No. So then in that scenario, what is that keeps you holding? The answer is the fruits. पैरा कमांडो ट्रेनिंग होता है 40 days का. Believe me, 40 days of hell. 40 days of hell. This is after you complete your basic military training. Those who opt to do the special commando, those who wants to become a para commando, they opt for this training. For the people who got infantry, it is compulsory. What's actually else? For others, it is optional. Like for artillery people, for any other arm of the army, it is optional. But for infantry guy, para commando training is a must. It means there is no question of desire there. It is compulsion. But for others, it is a desire. And believe me, those 40 days, if there is a hell on the earth, the place is called Belgaum in Karnataka, right? This is where the paratroopers basic training happens for 40 days, right? And for 40 days, you have a slip, you are given a slip, I quit slip. It is called I quit slip. It is written, I quit. At any given point of time, you feel, I can't take any more. You have to just take out the slip and hand it over to the Ustad who is taking care of you. And he will coax you. You wish to give up? Give up now. You wish to give up? Give up, give up. I don't think you'll get. No, I won't give up. They will do everything possible with you. But you don't give up because you know the fruits of it. The same way, in anybody's life, the desire to withstand pain is primarily driven by the fruits. Now tell me, in the absence of fruits, will anybody withhold the desire? The pain, the desire may be there, but will somebody withhold the pain? No. The pain of the desire is only basically withheld by the people because of the fruits that they can enjoy. Now, if you become an IAS officer, your 3 generations can, yes or no? That's the idea of undergoing this pain of meeting me every day. Yes or no? Now, the chances of success, you tell me, will everybody sitting here become an IAS officer? I wish, God willing, yes, but may not be the case. Now, tell me, who will become and who will not become? What defines? Who will become, who will not become? Those who understand what is required and those who are ready to do how much soever it takes, they will make it. But for this, how the knowledge of, इसके ऊपर एक पैराग्राफ बन सकता है. The knowledge of what? Why is okay. The knowledge of what will decide whether you will get that why or will it remain a question mark in your life. Why many successful or many intellectual people could not make their dream of IAS true because they did not understand what is required out of them. Believe me, 99% of students fail because they do not know what is required in UPSC. They feel that it is an examination testing your bookish knowledge. It is not so, believe me, it is not so. The day you realize UPSC is looking for something beyond the books, that is when your house starts diminishing. Your house starts diminishing. That is when you start enjoying the process. Understand this, because you are not able to understand the what. And yes, can anybody tell any desire or any why where there is no social elevation? हाँ बेटा, सबसे ज्यादा पैसा वो लोग ही बना रहे. उमा, choose your career wisely. You know that Gaur Gopal Das? You know उसका पैसा क्या है? What is his turnover per year? What is his turnover per year? Thousands of crores. Sadhguru. I am not saying they are wanting to make money, but the money is coming naturally. यहाँ तुमको कोई फ्री में चाय नहीं पिला रहा है. क्यों नहीं पिला रहा है? Because there is no, understand this, there is no social elevation. It means every why is connected to a social cause. Even if it is your familial cause, family cause, it becomes a social cause. You tell me one desire or one why, it does not have a dimension of social elevation. Give me an example. Mother Teresa, social elevation. Arey, the bishop, sainthood. See, acha, tell me, you said Mother Teresa. You said, hotel management. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయినవురా? అర్థం కాలేదు, మళ్ళీ చెప్పు. ఓకే. No, but it is just a social stigma, coupled and decoupled. You know how much the world class chefs are paid? That's what I am saying. The coupling and decoupling has got many reasons. Understand this. How much people are getting paid abroad for cooking, you have no idea. यहाँ तुम्हारी माँ free में कर रही है. Yes or no? So it is only the absence, but it is not the absence of social elevation. It is there. People are making huge money in that business. Hotel industry per se, the profit is 50%. Even if your business is ill managed, because we have stopped cooking at home. Simple. ठीक है, understand this. अच्छा ये बताओ, when you talk about a how, what defines the boundaries of how? Is it not the cause also? What is this cause? Anybody explain? Anybody can give me an example of this cause? How this cause is defining the boundaries of your how? Anybody? He gave the example of Mother Teresa, no? Actually, it does not fit in here, but it definitely fits in here. Because there was a cause to uplift or take care of somebody who are generally not taken care of. If this is your cause, believe me, no matter how small your why is or how big your why is, will you not be able to take any how? If your cause is high, and definitely the cause is also giving you social elevation, not monetary, may not be monetary elevation, but it is giving you a social elevation in the society. This sense of satisfaction, anywhere, even if a mother's love, there is a sense of satisfaction. So the desire element comes. This social recognition and social elevation, what is the difference? What is the example? Can anybody give an example of social recognition in your why, and you are ready to face anyhow? Social recognition. What all you are doing now? What all you are doing? Yes or no? अच्छा ये बताओ, अगर सोशल रिकॉग्निशन नहीं होता तो क्या आते? इसका मतलब your desire is चल बे सच बोल, your desire is see, if you continue with this, see, if you are wanting to become an IAS officer, this selfishness is accepted. But even after becoming an IAS officer, you continue to be selfish, then you will only remain as an IAS officer. You will not remain as a renowned person, or this social elevation will not come. Social recognition may come, but this social elevation will never come to you. That is the reason why you see some faces quite often in the news, and some you do not know, who evade in the horizon of world, because they could not come up beyond this. They could not attain social elevation. ठीक है? Please make a note of all these points. Some of the dimensions which I want you to open for those 8 pages. We'll talk. The first, most beautiful, purpose and how. You know the story of Jackie Chan? Know the story of Jackie Chan? Little bit, bol, little bit. He is 11 months baby. 11, generally we say 9 months is the gestation period in humans. Jackie Chan is 11 months baby because his parents did not have the money to get the lady operated for delivery. Just imagine. It means the finances are forcing people to undergo extended period of pain, which is naturally not so. Understand this. His parents at one point of time were ready to sell him. Somebody wrote an essay today, I think You wrote, Manisha. Beautifully she wrote. Your apple, famous name, was to be sold to somebody. Okay, very beautiful story. Which is the most difficult pain in this? Don't count pregnancy. Other than that. Huh? क्या बेटा? Tilling a land. Standing for the truth, how many? The pain of what is right? No. No. The truth may not always be right. Uma, the truth may not always be right. And it may be disturbing. It is disturbing. If you want, I'll give. मैं वही बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, बच्चे समझ नहीं रहे. See, the truth is, you have observed this, generally the mother is closer to son and the father closer to daughter. If I say this is not a social phenomenon, it is a biological phenomenon. And it will be very disturbing to hear that the child, a male child or a boy who is born, as he grows up, there is a desire to mate with the mother. And as a girl grows up, the desire to mate with the father. This is called Oedipus complex. It is the social stigma or the taboo which the society has created that stops you from fulfilling your desire. Now tell me, the truth is that you have a physical desire, and is it right? Yes? No, right? है ना? समझ रहे हो? I told it is disturbing to hear, but it is true. I cannot, I am not, मैंने नहीं बोला, मुझे ऐसी गलत निगाहों से मुझे मत देखो. It is not me, it is the psychology or the philosophy which is saying. ठीक है? The Oedipus complex, पढ़ना कभी जाके, there is a very beautiful story behind it. ठीक है? I think I have told in one of the classes also, in my foundation classes. So, need not the truth always be right, because for anything to be right or wrong, it is the society that plays an important role. ठीक है? Some more dimensions. Please make a note. I am trying to give you as many dimensions as possible so that you can fill up those 8 pages. What is the pain of a scientist? What is the pain a scientist undergoes quite often? Yeah, the ability to accept failures. We have a very beautiful example in front of us now. Yeah, the Chandrayaan 2 and then followed by Chandrayaan 3. Student का pain तुम सबको पता है, ठीक है? उसको ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You can write not an essay, you can submit a PhD paper on it, I am sure. The pain of a businessman, again, to handle shortage of money, to handle losses, even believe me, the pain of handling profits also. Believe me, the pain of handling profits also. Okay? The pain of any professional, doctor or any lawyer or any professional who is practicing professional, there are a lot of pains which somebody undergoes. But what is the purpose which drives that pain is what is important from the learning perspective. And this is the most biggest pain of all, the pain of proving. Now, the pain of proving is driven by the desire to tell I am. Yes or no? The pain of proving is driven by the desire to prove to the world that I am right. If it is desire to be right, is it good or bad? ఎందుకు సాగదీస్తున్నారు సార్? వదిలేయండి సార్ మమ్మల్ని. The world has paid much more price purely for this desire to prove that somebody is right. There are hundreds and thousands of examples in the past human history. Just to prove that I am right, people have culled people. People have killed millions and trillions of people just to prove that they are right. That's the reason why I said the pain of proving. That's what. See, when I talk about the pain of proving, it means I do not have the courage to accept or defeat. Accept something which I am not capable of, or my defeat in any this thing. That's why I say entry in UPSC is easy, exiting from UPSC is the most difficult. Believe me, the more you try to come out, the more you go deeper. Why it is happening? Because you have already put in so much of time and effort and money and everything into it. And if you come out of this at this particular stage, you may feel dejected for the entire life. That may be the best time for you to quit, but we won't. Why? Because there is a desire to prove that I can make it. I have the capacity to make it. Understand? My mother always, I don't know what to say, laughs at me or feels bad about me. I have left so many government jobs, maybe on the verge of leaving the next also. I have left so many government jobs. My mother says, I have not seen a bigger fool than you. People are dying for government jobs and you have, because I do not have a desire to prove anything. See, understand, if you get into the cycle of proving, you miss yourself. Understand this. Don't miss yourself at any cost. Even if it entails you being classified as a loser, no problem whatsoever. But never ever achieve anything at the cost of losing yourself. No point. No point. Believe me, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a business venture, whether it is any accomplishment or anything, if the cost of achieving that is losing yourself, it is not worth it. एक पैराग्राफ इसके ऊपर बनता है और ये ही तुम्हारा कंक्लूजन होगा, यही तुम्हारा कंक्लूजन भी होगा. Because when you writing about why and how, the why and how is primarily, if you believe, is coming out of this, is coming out of this. So this should be the, in a way, a thesis statement of your conclusion. Thesis statement of your conclusion. Acha. Is struggle same for everybody? One paragraph I want you to write on this. Struggle differs from person to person. For you, this struggle may be to get up in the morning. For me, the struggle is to keep awake after 10 in the night. So it differs from person to person. What basically, try to understand why I am writing all the basic genesis points is, I want you to think at that point level to elaborate your essay on the every word that I will write on the board or written in the board has got that 3 words of philosophy: knowledge, reality and existence. Every line will reiterate that. Is the struggle of children and adults the same? What is the difference in the struggle of children and adults? The children want to grow old and the adults want otherwise. Yes or no? Because now I personally feel my schooling days were the best. That's why it is called golden period of any child, because you are not aware of any quotient called responsibility. घर जाओगे खाना मिल जाएगा, रात को सोने में मिल जाएगा, बदमाशी करोगे तो 2-4 वो भी मिल जाएगा, वो बात अलग है, ठीक है. But everything is guaranteed to you. You are not thinking how will I fetch my food in the night or in the evening, because you know there is somebody to take care. Did you ever even thought कि आज रात में पता नहीं क्या मिलेगा खाने को? No. But maybe your parents were bothered what to feed you for that night. But you were not bothered because that was not your struggle, it was the struggle of the adult member of your family. One more struggle I wanted to, इसका एक पैराग्राफ बनो, ब्यूटिफुल पैराग्राफ बनेगा. The difference in the struggle of generations. The difference in the struggle of generations. What idea you will open up? Anybody? This is the biggest fight. This is the biggest fight between any two generations. Believe me, the way you are fighting with your parents today, the next generation will fight into 2x with you on the same dimension, because it is all a factor of time. It is all a factor of time. Understand this. That is when the difference of struggle in generation. Acha, tell me, is it only the time factor that differentiates this struggle? Yogeshwar, is it only the time factor that differentiates the struggle? Please see, it is not only the time factor. There are so many dimensions where struggle differs. Baba, this is the model essay I am giving you to understand how you can break out dimensions from your essay. Philosophy में लिखना है. You have to write a philosophical essay, so understand how to write. Achha, which is the most important factor that defines whether this girl will undergo the entire phase of struggle or not? It is the, now as in chorus all of you said it is willpower. What defines your willpower? What gives the courage to your willpower? What gives that effect to your willpower? Strong why? Okay, मुझे wife सुनाई दिया तो हाँ हाँ, strong why, willpower. Okay, okay, think. Okay, talent, challenges. मम्मी बना के खिला रही है तो क्लास में आ रहे हो ना? अगर बना के आना होता तो एक ही दिन आते, हफ्ते में 4 दिन नहीं आते. अग्री और डिसअग्री? मम्मी मतलब हॉस्टल, मम्मी वॉट एवर, गर्लफ्रेंड, बॉयफ्रेंड, इफ यू आर लिविंग टुगेदर, इट कैन बी एनीथिंग. ठीक है? अंडरस्टैंड. नाउ टेल मी, will the struggle of a person without a support is more deeper or a person with support more deeper? Without a support, it means there is a difference in the struggle factor just with the addition and deletion of a word support. Dimensions open करो, philosophy है, ठीक है, लिखना है like this. This is understood. What is the difference in struggle between urban and rural? Opportunity. There is no opportunity in rural area. That is why all of you have come to Hyderabad to learn. If there was an institution available in your neighborhood, will you come till here? No. You have come here because the opportunity to do something on the same scales does not exist at your place, right? The biggest challenge between the urban and rural, the divide is basically the opportunity. That's the reason why Gandhiji said this should be the center of your development, but it is not so today. It is not so today. There is no development whatsoever is happening in our villages. That is the reason why the entire crowd is coming towards urban cluster, urbanization. We call it urbanization. ठीक है, ये सब फैक्टर्स तुम्हारे उसमें आने चाहिए. हाउ टू कंक्लूड, प्लीज मेक ए स्टेटमेंट. हाउ टू कंक्लूड. अच्छा सुनो सुनो सुनो, इज कंक्लूजन कंपल्सरी? अच्छा, कंक्लूजन शुड बी कंक्लूसिव? Need not be. Acha, which conclusion is good? If it is concluded properly or something which is left in the loop? If you can keep something in the open loop and leave him to think for the rest of his life, believe me, you have left him in a thought process for even a day or two. It means you have done your impression. Instead of giving a proper conclusion, if you can create a loop of struggle and purpose, you tell him, you are evaluating my this thing, struggle, your struggle and my purpose. अरे मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूं. Yes or no? Understand, when you can leave somebody on a higher thinking platform, it means that he also knows that you have the capacity to think. Yes or no? ठीक है. So leaving in a loop is also very good. And does the end always need to be positive? Need not be. But it should not be a tragic end. मतलब तमिल पिक्चर की तरह हीरो को जबरदस्ती नहीं मार देना. ठीक है. Generally the Tamil pictures have this bent of, direction that the sympathy factor, they get lot of audience, right? So don't kill. अच्छा ये बताओ, is there a need to bring a hero in the essay? Hero, heroine, whatever. Hero. हाँ. Hero is a neutral word. Let me tell you this. It is not a masculine word. Huh. Is there a necessary to bring in a hero in the essay? Not necessary. Okay. Now tell me, without bringing a hero factor, if you can convey, it is good, or bringing in a hero factor and then conveying, is it good? They are disagreeing with you. They have right to disagree. Don't get into the loop of proving. Now understand, see, she says, if I do not build a character in the essay and conclude it or give the essence to the entire essay, believe me, it is good. Why I am saying is, I told you, always try to write in the third person perspective. Do not try to tell that I am the most beautiful person on this planet, not you. ऐसा मत करो. So try to understand that realism should also come into your essay. Can a lesson be drawn in the end? Please लिखो, ये सब conclusions में आना है. Can a message be given in the end? Yes. Can a correction be advised in the end? Which is much better, lesson, message or correction? It is the correction. See, understand, that's what. Listen, correction means, if you are giving a correction in the end, it means you have the capacity to see a fault. You have the capacity to see a fault, you have the courage to convey correction in the fault. Understand this. Message may be good, I am not denying. Lesson may be good, not denying. But if you can advise a correction, Now tell me, in this essay, if I force you to end your essay with a correction advice, what would be that? Correction advice. Please start talking. What would be the correction advice in this essay? Pawan? Correction advice. I gave you a hint during the discussion. What could be the correction advice you will give in this essay? Proving, okay. Any other? Proving we have spoken much. Uma. Think. What correction advice you can give? अच्छा सुनो, एक discussion I'll open. Listen. Do you agree this Y is futuristic? Yes or no? This Y has a time factor which is futuristic. It means you are in some ways not living in the present. It also means in some ways you are not living in the present. Now tell me, is not living in the present is good or bad? If you forget yourself in the quest of Y, if you cut off from everybody, if you forget your present, is it worth a Y? No. Now, what will make your Y worthy, despite the fact that elementarily it is futuristic? Sandhya. Money. What happened? Tanmay. What will make your Y, though it is futuristic, the quest of cutoff is, what will make that your Y pure? When present is, elaborate. You go to GS, I'll break your legs. अच्छा, मैंने इतना बात किया, GS का कोई डायमेंशन लाया? अगर GS ही उसको ऐसे लिखवाना था तो GS ऐसे देता. He is giving a thing, no? He is using words. Present is practical. I will ask explanation of each words. So give less words. Meaningful, you said? Amma sir, Vinay sir. Inkoti? You said rational, I heard. कितना बदमाश है ना? ठीक है. What is the pain of a teacher? Anybody? What is the pain of a teacher? No. मेरे इसका खेल है. हाँ? Come again? Reading your essays, definitely yes, the pain of a teacher. Reading your comments. Comments from backbenchers. No, my backbenchers are good students, यार ऐसा मत बोलो. Uma is sitting there, Nitish generally sits there. He is sitting silently, बैठे अपना काम कर रहे. हाँ PUBG खेल रहे हो, बात अलग है. ठीक. हाँ योगेश. UPSC में रिजल्ट बैक बेंच से ही आएगा. याद रखो. What is the pain of a student teacher? To bring goodness. अरे तुम सब मेरे से बहुत अच्छे हो. हाँ. When I start a lecture, if it is scale of 0 to 10, maybe somebody is here or maybe here also. Somebody is here. How to carry everybody on board is the biggest challenge to a teacher. Because I have to ensure everybody is attentive in the class. If I only talk at this level, this fellow sleeps off. If I only talk at this level, this fellow will say, Vidgen Raju. Yes or no? So whenever we take a class, we means any teacher for that matter, that's why we take something known as golden mean. Something known as golden mean. The golden mean runs between 3 to 5. The golden mean runs between 3 to 5. What may appear very basic to you may be very difficult for somebody, or what may be very difficult for somebody may be very basic to you. So we generally take the golden mean. So that is how the pain of a teacher is the golden mean. Acha, now this fellow said something. This is what I told you, because Y is a futuristic connotation. The biggest challenge is in the quest of Y, which is futuristic, I said we miss on to the present. Can anybody give an example of your own experience of you missed on to the present? I thought there should be many examples. Most of your classmates went abroad. You're feeling good or bad about it? नहीं एक मिनट उसको थोड़ा कंप्लीट कर लेने. हाँ, यू ఫీలింగ్ గుడ్ ఆర్ బ్యాడ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్? సార్ నన్ను వదిలేసి వెళ్ళిపోయారు, రోజు మందు తాగుతున్నారు, వీడియోలు పెడుతున్నారు, ఫోటోలు పెడుతున్నారు, అంతేనా? ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ పెయిన్? యు ఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ మిస్డ్ అవుట్. దట్స్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ మిస్డ్ అవుట్ కాదా? ఓకే, యూ डोंट ड्रिंक. शरीफ बच्चा है यार, क्यों बदनाम कर रहे हो उसको फालतू में तुम लोग? Then where are you feeling missed out? Okay, so he feels his friends who chose to go abroad and find a place for themselves, he feels he is missing that lifestyle, but he is ready to undergo that pain because he has a quest of future. He has a quest of future. Anybody else? Funny? చెప్పమ్మా, పర్లేదు, మనసులో ఉన్నాయి బయటికి రావాలి ఫిలాసఫికల్ ఎస్సేలో. జర్నీ ఆఫ్ యూపీఎస్సీ, ఓకే, టేకన్. నేను అనలేదా ఎప్పుడు? డిడ్ ఐ ఎవర్ టెల్ యూ నాట్ టు ఎంజాయ్? బిలీవ్ మీ, ఐ డోంట్ లీవ్ ఎనీ గుడ్ మూవీ. గుడ్ మూవీ, అన్ని చెత్త సినిమాలకు పోను. గుడ్ మూవీ ఐ డోంట్ లీవ్. But what is enjoyment to you?
Like being in the present, like attending few times family gatherings.
Okay, so she says that at times I have to skip family gatherings because the timings of the gatherings and the classes coincide. I take a call to be here and not be there. Very much true, very much true, and good point. Anybody else? Time for yourself. Okay. Failure is a fear. Hobby time gone. Okay, what's your hobby? Okay, what is the difference between hobby and interest?
Hobby is a daily thing.
ఏంటి? ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అప్పుడప్పుడు. What is the difference between hobby and interest?
Hobby is a habit.
Hobby is something you do in leisure, and interest is something you find leisure to do it.
Exactly opposite. Exactly opposite. अभी जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल you like listening to songs. एक 2 मिनट मिला, तुमने गाना लगाया, पढ़ाई चालू है. I had this habit, but I am a psycho. One song, repeat mode, whole night. పక్కోడు చచ్చిపోవాలా, వాడికి భాష రాకపోతే ఇంకా చచ్చిపోవాలా. I had this habit in all my courses in my army, where I had to sit and study. Army में बहुत पढ़ाई है. This पढ़ाई is zero in front of army's पढ़ाई. Believe me, zero, big zero. Army studies is much more deeper, much more this thing. Whole night, one song, repeat mode, sad song, gone case. The roommate is gone. వాడికి sadism లేకపోయినా రావాల్సిందే వాడిలో. So I used to do that. So I had this habit of doing it. But see, understand, when you say that you are sacrificing something for future, understand this, you have made a choice. Understand, whenever you talk about why, one more dimension which I did not deliberately touch upon because I wanted you to think is, believe me, it comes out of a choice. Very, very important dimension for your essay. If a why is not a choice but forced, adi janmalo jaragadu. Because once it is forced upon you, it will never ever happen. So understand, your why should be your own choice. If it is influenced choice, it may not live a longer life. It may live for some time and then eventually it will die. The people who are getting a question of give up in their mind or thought, they are all influenced choices. They are all influenced choices. That's why I tell my students, find a purpose for doing this every day. If you find the purpose, the pain will be physically present but not felt by you. Understand this. The reason why you feel the pain of UPSC preparation is somewhere the purpose has died down. Somewhere the dream that when you took that bus from your homeland to enter this terror land, because you forgotten the dream or purpose of doing this. And once I told, again I am repeating, the purpose cannot be a revenge. If the purpose is revenge, I am telling you, this is the worst place to come. Because day one, you will start feeling yourself victimized, forget the revenge. Believe me, you are powerless, not powerful. The power will come only if you want to do good to somebody. Believe me, you cannot execute a small arbitrary arrest also. Because if you do it, you will become answerable. The person who does it on ground may escape by saying, my boss told me to do, I followed the orders, he will get escaped, or with a smaller punishment. But you will be hanged with your neck, believe. So if the idea of making into UPSC is to take a revenge, believe me, the worst place to come. The good place is go to organized crime syndicate, no questions asked. No questions asked. Okay? So understand, this why can also be a, should be always be a choice. Again इसमें depth में जाऊंगा. What influences the choice? 1 point can be a revenge. What influences the choice? Anybody? What influences the choice? What influences the choice? Some points are here. See, you would think, no, कभी कभी doctors का surgery 18 hours, 22 hours, 30 hours, they have to stand and do the surgery. तुमसे 2 घंटा बैठा नहीं जा रहा है. Yes or no? A soldier is standing on the border at -72 holding a rifle, freezing, the breath is freezing, the eyelids are freezing, he is still standing. Why? Because he has made a choice to do that. That's the reason why he is loving to do that. That's the reason why the doctor is not feeling pain in his legs when he is standing for so much time. It has to be done with clinical precision, right? The clinical precision means zero error. It means the choice has to be so strong. That's the reason why the entrance exam for that particular profession is high. That's why the suffering or struggle of a professional. The struggle of a professional, very, very important, the pain of a professional, because maybe he has to attend to a call of emergency when he was feeling sleepy the most, tired of whole day, got a call, 10 minutes emergency. You cannot say no. You cannot say no. The way you can skip the class, you cannot say I am not coming. The same way, when you get into services, you cannot say I am off duty, because there is no duty time whatsoever. There is no 9 to 5 in the services, whether it is civilian services or military services or professional services, there is no 9 to 5. Many a times the Supreme Court constitutional bench convenes at 3 in the night. Just imagine convening at 3 in the night, convening at 2 in the night. We generally think, the courts get too much of holidays. The courts get too much of holidays. But believe me, the burden of sitting and writing the judgments, where small comma here and there, the meaning goes left, right. So understand the pain, they have to spend time to write the judgments. The most difficult part of judiciary is judgment writing, because the judge is responsible for the correctness and not the typist who is typing it. That's the beauty of judgment, and it takes the maximum time in a day for a judge. The reason why the judgments are delayed, तुम बोलते ना तारीख पे तारीख, तारीख पे तारीख. सनी देओल आजकल चल रहा है ना बहुत गदर टू. He is broken KGF 2 record also. So why it is happening? Because they take time to think, they take time to, हमसे एक ऐसे नहीं लिखा जा रहा है. They have to write judgments. The legal language is very difficult to write. Believe me, it is not a common English. It is a British English that they follow to write. It is very difficult to write. So understand, every profession has its own struggles, but has its own purpose. The purpose of judiciary is to uphold justice. The purpose of you bureaucrats is to run the country. You actually run the country. Believe me, it is not the politicians are only directors. You are the executioners. That's the reason why you are given so much of power, because you are the actual working hands. If bureaucracy is removed, the democracy will just fall flat, because you are running the show. See, your country is not Norway, Finland or Sweden. Your country is India. India, the most populous, we are, one tag, positive tag we got. Most populous country in the world. So running this country smoothly without any major mishap is an adventure in itself. That's the reason why whatever happens in the society, it is part of the game. So try to understand, you have made a choice, and once you make a choice, there is no question, come what may, साला मरूंगा तो UPSC में मरूंगा, जीऊंगा तो UPSC में जीऊंगा. Simple. मरूंगा in the sense, hello, not fan. ठीक है? In the sense, in the service of the nation. In the sense of, in service of the nation. ठीक है? चलो. This is what I wanted to cover in today's class. थोड़ा आज लंबा, late भी start किया था हमने. We started a little late also. Okay? What we will do is, tomorrow I will show one full essay, written full essay. What is what I will try to show to you. Okay? Can we try to at least write the 8 pages, 2 boxes, any topic which I give? Yes or no? Just I want you to write what you want to write there, not exactly write entire thing. I want you to create a structure. Basically, I am trying to tell you to do brainstorming. What will be your introduction? What will be your conclusion? What will be the dimensions of your main body of the essay? I want you to write. Can anybody try? Can you guys try? Do you want me to give a topic? Come again. You will write at home. We will discuss in the class. Okay? You will write at home. We will discuss in the class. Okay? The idea is, I want, and you are not supposed to write the essay. Pura essay in one page, brainstorming. We call it brainstorming. Only the structure you will write. Introduction में ये लिखूंगा, main body में ये लिखूंगा, conclusion में ये लिखूंगा. I only want 2-3 things definitely in that one page. One is the quote, second is the thesis statement, third is the line of conclusion. ये तीन मेरे को compulsorily चाहिए. ठीक है? Topic ढूंढे? इसमें है क्या कुछ? देखते हैं. अच्छा, some topics are there. Good. Which one you will write? Decide your own weapon. Choice to get killed by any of the weapons. All the essays अपने आप में terrific है. Believe me, all the essays are terrific in their own sense. How many of you want to write an essay on civilization is the progress towards a society of privacy? I see one hand, I see 2, 3 hands. 3 hands. How many of you want to write rationality and reciprocity is the basis of any education system? One hand I see, 2 hands I see. A nation of more than 130 billion cannot afford one thing, that is indiscipline. Believe me, the most difficult essay to write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये तो 2 लिखेगा. अच्छा, you have. अच्छा, only the brainstorming part. Okay. Pandemic does not break a system, but reveals a broken system. One of the most beautiful. तो इसके बारे में लिखा है. Because maximum hands came up for this. So shall we write the brainstorming for this? Please make a note. Pandemic does not break a system, but reveals a broken system. Pandemic does not break a system, but reveals a broken system. Beautiful essay आएगा. लिखोगे ढंग से तो. Pandemic does not break a system, but reveals a broken system. What could be the thesis statement? What could be the thesis statement? What could be the thesis statement? Come again. Importance of community helping, something like that. Okay. Anybody? COVID-19.
COVID pandemic, does it break the system or it brought it together?
No, that is the question. I want you to write a thesis statement to this. Anyone? Sandhya, can you try? Ha, Yash. Okay. Okay. Jeevan? Huh. Earthquake. Huh. Last year. Think. ఆలోచించి Yogesh. Amruta, anything you can think? Pallavi, thesis statement. Pandemic does not break a system but reveals a broken system. Obviously, broken glass will show weakness only, no? Holes in the wall are visible only when the water flows. Okay, good. Tanmay, written anything? He says, in danger lies an opportunity. In danger, comma, lies an opportunity. Anybody else? Anybody else? Ropia. మనోడు ఏదో చెప్పాడు రా. वेट वेट एक सेकंड. हाँ समझ गया मैं आपकी बात. ये कुछ अच्छा बोला इसमें. हाँ बोल लोकेशन. He says finding original faces without mask, it seems. Uma, try to brush it up. Good. Okay. Can anybody give a ironical thesis statement as if we are proud of our science and technology? समझ रहे? Can we say pandemic is a signature of turning a blind eye when needed to focus the most? Turning a blind eye when needed to focus the most. What mistakes we did before pandemic that the pandemic happened? What mistake we did? Some idiot ate something. Why pandemic happened? Because it was concealed, somebody wanted to avoid blame and put the entire world in peril. You know the number of people died, especially in countries like Italy. Very, very, very disturbing. See, believe me, in your country, the effect of pandemic has been put under the carpet. Believe me, because we are a social community, we are not social distance community. All our daily life chores involves deeper personal interactions. Be it going to the same temple, going to the same through the same bus to the office, fetching food from a common source, fetching water from a common source. It could be anything. We are a social structure. Our society especially is a very socialized structure, and people have snubbed the real figures of pandemic for a reason. The reason is chaos, panic. Panic should not happen. That's the idea of doing it. Okay? Very beautiful essay. Kal hum will try to write much more dimensions about it. Okay? Anything else anybody wants to ask? Tomorrow I'll dwell upon conclusion. Tomorrow I'll dwell upon, before we actually start writing the essay, I'll talk some other dimensions related to conclusion. How the conclusion should be connected with your introduction and the body and given a proper conclusion. How you will revisit the demand of the essay in the conclusion. How you reinforce what you have written in the main body, fulfilling the demand of the essay, how you bring that in the conclusion. All these things I will talk at length tomorrow. In the first half, we'll talk about conclusion. In the second half, we'll try to write an essay. Okay? After this, maybe day after, I will give you some steps to write an essay. That is when the learning part will be over, the practicing part will commence. Okay? That is when the learning part be over. There are some small things I wanted to talk about essay, that we'll try to do it tomorrow. Okay? Anybody having any doubt, you are free to ask. Actually the time is already 9. No problem. If you have a doubt, you can ask. Kya beta?
Connectors ke slide.
You want to write these connectors. Okay. Anybody doubts? If not, there are some more things I will try to talk upon tomorrow. How to open an idea, how to talk about an idea. See, at the end of the day, believe me, essay writing will come with practice. Right? And believe me, because it is a philosophical essay, it will take time. Don't be restless, classic. Don't feel bad that you are not able to think in a particular way. Don't feel that, I am not able to write, others are able to write. Or I am not able to talk, others are able to talk. Maybe with time, you will do much better than others. Okay? So don't worry, don't worry. Any questions, Satya? Anybody else? People who have come for the first time, I have already taken 3 sessions on essay. If you see those sessions, I am sure you will get a fair idea about what's happening. Okay? So, thank you very much. Beta. Time releases the air pressure. Okay, time reveals real faces. Time reveals real faces. Yes. Good. Good thesis statement. Good thesis statement. We can talk on many other dimensions. Good. Okay. But we will try not to keep it more personalized, because it is from a social perspective. We will not try to keep it more personal. When we say real faces, the real faces here signifies our ability to respond to a situation as a community. As a community. We will keep it that way. Okay? Good. Good point. Anybody else?
Did all the social evils emerge out of nowhere, or was it a manifestation of years of fragmented institutions?
Repeat.
Did all the social evils emerge out of nowhere, or was it a manifestation of years of fragmented institutions?
Why you are calling it fragmented institutions is because broken system. Basically, you are talking about a broken system. Good, very good. You can build up your entire essay on this dimension, but without, there is a fear you may go aloof from the main demand. So try to stay as closer as possible with the demand. Do the structuring properly. We will see what best can be done. Yeah. Anybody else?
This homework essay can be taken on a personality basis, like if you face a tragedy, it doesn't break us, but it reveals how we are already broken.
Come again.
In a person's life, if you face a tragedy, this essay can be in that perspective also, that it doesn't break a person, it reveals a broken person already.
It reveals the strength of the person.
but it is revealing the weakness. The statement is revealing the weakness. हाँ, so उस dimension में अपन इसको twist कर सकते हैं. You can, but you have to be very careful. Because remember the first paragraph which I dictated. I do not want to tell the invigilator that I am a broken person. प्यार में दिल टूटा होगा, लेकिन बताने की जरूरत नहीं. आई बात समझ? ठीक है. So do not ever showcase to the invigilator that something is bothering you deep inside, because that may have an effect on your output as a leader. And if it is anti-social, फिर तो गया. So try to hide some feelings, experiences, some desires. ठीक है? Hide. ठीक? Yeah. That's all. Sure. Thank you.